Welcome back, Pokemon fans. Angel of the Night here. We are back again with the Grand Challenge, and this time it's battle number 10. We're getting into a VGC doubles battle in Regulation H, and our opponent is going to lead off here with a Charizard and a Meowscarada, while we're going to lead off with an Amoonguss and our Tauros. Now, of course, we do get the Intimidate off here. That's going to lower the attack stat of the two opposing Pokemon. Definitely going to play a part in the Meowscarada. I'm not sure how much it'll do for the Charizard, though. Charizard's usually more of a special attacker more than a physical, but you can play both sides depending on the scenario. We're going to go in for the attack here onto the, I believe, the Meowscarada, and then of course I went for the Terrestrial Water here, so that way we can be able to resist anything the Charizard is going to be able to bring in, whether that's a Heat Wave, or if it's a Flamethrower, or even if it's an Air Slash. Sometimes an Air Slash comes out from a Charizard, right guys? But here we go, Terrestrial Water, that is what's happening. We get the Rage Powder in, that's going to redirect all the moves from the opposing side into the Amoonguss. I don't really have to worry too much in regards to grass moves, I don't think, but we are going to go for the Raging Bull. We pick up the KO, and Meowscarada is down. Even if a grass move did come in, I think that maybe the Amoonguss has enough defensive values to be able to survive a hit. But in comes a Fire move from the Charizard, exactly what I thought. We were able to resist. And of course, we're going to see the next Pokemon come into play, and that's going to be Dragapult. Now, Dragapult is a big bad Pokemon from, I believe, Generation 8. The generations are all starting to merge together now, guys. Anything after Generation 5, it's all the same gen to me. Here's the Rage Powder. We're going to redirect all moves again back into the Amoonguss. We don't really want to take a hit from Charizard, especially if there's an Air Slash, and of course, we go for the Rock Slide here. We actually get the damage off to the Charizard, but the Dragapult actually avoids. Manages to go for a Phantom Force. Now that means that it's going to go back into the Great Unknown. And then, of course, in the next move, it's going to come out and do some damage. There's the Air Slash coming in from the Charizard, of course, and the Amoonguss does take that hit like a champ. Pretty much, I think we're going to just have to keep going for the Rage Powders here and try to get those redirects back into the Amoonguss. We want Tauros to run wild here and try to get this Charizard out at some point. We are going to go in for the Bulk Up. That's going to raise up our attack stat as well as our defensive stat. And of course, we can see the Amoonguss taking that Phantom Force like a pro. Just surviving. That's super great. Citrus Berry is activated, of course. Amoonguss is going to regain some of its health. And then, of course, another Air Slash from Charizard comes into play. It's actually kind of wild that Amoonguss is actually faster than Charizard. Seems kind of odd, but maybe it's not fully F-trained. I don't know. But we are locked in here once again, and of course we are going to go for that Rage Powder, doing the redirects like we did there prior. And of course, Tauros is going to go in for the Rock Slide here. It's going to be able to hit the two opposing Pokemon. Charizard is now down and out while the Dragapult just kind of brushes off that Rock Slide. Definitely didn't get any kind of a flinch there because it is going to go in for the Phantom Force there once again. Now, of course, we've got two Pokemon out on the opposing side, and we have a new Pokemon coming in, a brand new threat. And it looks like it's going to be Tinkaton. Now, of course, it is a fairy-type Pokemon, but it's also steel. Sometimes they do carry things like Play Rough and stuff, and it could be a big issue for the Tauros. So we are going to lock in with a Rage Powder here once again. We are going to get those redirects into the Amoonguss. Amoonguss can take all the hits. It's perfectly fine. Tauros is going to go in for the Raging Bull here. We actually managed to do a one-shot KO onto the Tinkaton, leaving our opponent with just one Pokemon remaining. Of course, here comes the Phantom Force, does get to pick up the KO onto the Amoonguss, and that leaves us with 3 remaining Pokemon. 2 fresh, and of course, Tauros still running wild here. Definitely what we wanted to see with this Tauros. This is the kind of plays that I would like to have throughout the entire competition. However, that's just not possible. We're going to go in here with a Mousehold there next, and of course, Mousehold does have the capability of going for Population Bomb. However, the Dragapult is a Ghost-type Pokemon, so it can't actually do anything. So we are going to go in for the Bite attack, and that's the exact reason why I went with Bite onto Mousehold, because of the Technician ability. That's going to actually boost up the Bite. Super effective onto the Dragapult, and then of course we are going to go for the Rock Slide. Unfortunately, we do miss the Rock Slide here in this situation, but Dragapult has flinched, meaning that we actually don't get any kind of damage into our Pokemon. We're going to go again for another Bite and a Raging Bull. That's going to be the win because our opponent has forfeited, and that's the match.